Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Yes, a place where stars are born, but also a place where dreams can be crushed. Just ask a local Democrat.
While there are moments of hope, for me, there are often overwhelming moments of hopelessness as well.
Yet there's more than coffee brewing here. A new vibe at the Liberal Ladies Social Group Megan Schwalm started 3 years ago.
4 shots.
More members and a more ambitious conversation.
Caregiver tax credit, so that I'm really excited about.
Local school board fights brought most of these women here. Now they're excited about 2026 midterm House races where Democrats normally wouldn't have a prayer.
When you're here, it's very clear you're in the Bible Belt. Beliefs are very different from beliefs in Nashville, and politically it's very different going from Nashville to here.
This is Mount Juliet, a Nashville suburb in the 5th Congressional District. Early this month, there was a special election in the neighboring 7th District. Democrat Afton Bain lost by 9 points, but a year earlier, the Republican won by 22.
I mean, the numbers are the numbers, and, if we can keep closing that gap, that's incredible, but gerrymandering makes it nearly impossible to win. At least closing the gap does provide a little more hope for what things might look like in the next election, right?
There's chatter maybe a moderate would have run even stronger, but no one here sees it that way.
We've been running moderate.
It doesn't work.
And that hasn't
built
gotten
that
us
momentum.
anywhere.
Yeah, we don't want liberal light anymore. We want actual liberal.
I think if they try and run someone more moderate and they lose that progressive vote that they would have gotten with her, they're fooling themselves.
Everyone here lives within an hour of Nashville, but they are now sprinkled across 3 congressional districts. The old 5th Congressional District included all of Nashville and was reliably blue, represented by a Democrat from 1875 to 2023. That's 148 years. But Tennessee Republicans redrew the lines before the 2022 elections, carving Nashville into 3 congressional districts that stretch from the city out to the suburbs, well out into rural Tennessee, and they are reliably red. President Trump, for example, in 2024 carried the 5th Congressional District by 18 points, the 6th by 35, and here in the 7th, where we are right now, by 22 points, despite getting trounced in Nashville.
One hot, one ice.
Cindy Cortez and her husband own the coffee shop where the Liberal Ladies meet. They moved from Nashville to Mount Juliet 2 years ago and are Trump supporters.
There's something that in these kind of suburbia Nashville that we really hold dear, and that's our love for God at first, and then our love for family, and then our love for country.
Luis Cortez cannot vote. His parents crossed illegally from Mexico when he was a child. They were deported when Luis was 17. He was allowed to stay.
I was part of the program that President Obama started with the DACA.
Luis has permanent resident status now and hopes to one day become a citizen.
Is your daughter graduating yet?
Cindy voted for Obama, then Hillary Clinton, but Trump in 2020 and 2024 because she says being a parent and owning a business have made her more conservative. Tariffs on coffee and paper goods hurt their bottom line, but they say Trump deserves more time for things to settle. Both like the president's crackdown on illegal crossings, but aggressive deportation roundups give them pause.
The means at which we're getting there is difficult, is not comfortable to watch, and it's definitely affected Latin American communities.
Cindy's 2026 thinking is important. She voted for Republican Andy Ogles in 2024, but hopes he loses in the GOP primary next year.
I can't put a vote for a candidate that I just don't feel just embodies the values that matter to us. And a strong character and honest character is important.
And if Ogles wins the primary?
I'm not opposed to voting for a Democratic candidate.
Okay. Parnassus Books is in the 5th District slice of Nashville. Lisa Quigley lives a few miles away in the 7th District piece of the city. She was chief of staff to the last Democrat to represent Nashville when it was all one district. He was a centrist, and Quigley's experience tells her moderates have a better shot in the suburbs and the rural counties. But the surge of energy among progressives in the special election was eye-opening.
And when they turned to see who our nominee was, it was somebody who was fighting, who was talking about affordability, who was very aggressive, and voters here like that.
Quigley says the new Democratic energy here is real and predicts crowded primaries for the House seats. Yes, that just about guarantees tension between Democratic liberals and moderates. But Quigley believes at least 2 of the 3 House seats can be competitive. You think there's something in the water?
There's something happening. There's something happening. And so as long as we are smart enough to put our best players on the field, I think we're going to be able to take advantage of that. And I think that next November is going to be a big year for us.
Country and Western go together here. Democrats and optimism usually do not. So it may turn out to be all hat, no cattle. But at the moment, Democrats see a chance for a Music City comeback. John King, CNN, Nashville.